Okay. Okay. Important announcement. Let's see if we can do this in one take. One take. I'm just gonna give myself one take. Come on now. Let's do it. Aloha! Top of the morning, friends and family. How you wonderful, beautiful people doing today? On this channel, we upload one beautifully edited cinematic masterpiece per week. However, this video is uncut. And in today's uncut video, I was planning to bring you guys along for a little snake room feeding, but every time I go to do that, I think it's going to be a good idea. And then I remember I have a fan. I do have some rabbits here that I can't quite feed yet because they're still thawing out. But I had all these rodents thawed out here, and then I use my heat gun because it's the best way to do it. And it's just too loud. And every time I do that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do a video talking while I feed snakes. And then and then I turn on the heat thing. I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. But I do have my frog that I'm gonna feed. We don't have to heat up the roaches, so I'll feed the frog for you guys at least. And then I do have very important messages I'm gonna speak into this microphone right here before this video is over. And yeah, let's just start by feeding the froggus, and then I'll talk about. Okay, actually, before we feed the frog, my last uncut video, I know it was. I didn't, not that I didn't like it. There was some valid points brought up based on it. And one really good question I thought was like, why would you talk about this and not other things, other tragedies or things that have happened? And it was just a matter of timing. You know, I was literally headed downstairs to record a "What snakes do I have left in the room" video, and when my wife stopped me with tears in her eyes and the phone. And so it was a timing thing, you know. I feel for a lot of the other things, and I think the public way in which it happened, I mean, it's really taking over the internet space, which, man, you know, there's when stuff like this, when things are like this, and I don't know if they've ever been exactly like this before, but when things are like the way they are right now in the online space, I always have such a desire to just pull back from it and not be part of it because I don't want to be. And I'd rather be very much in person. And maybe a lot of that is changing. You know, I know I said I would always upload to this channel. I think I always will, regardless of how much sometimes I feel like, man, I just want to leave the internet behind and just do things in person like we used to. There's a part of me that always yearns to go back to simpler times, pre-internet. I feel very blessed to have gotten to exist in a time that was pre-internet and know what that world is like, because I love all of the awesome things that the internet has brought, as far as opportunities and technology, communication and stuff. But sometimes I'm just like, man, I could really go back to the old way. It sounds like there's somebody's roller skating upstairs. So with that in mind, in all the things I came across, you know, I don't really like debating people online either. I'd rather talk to people in person. I have made one exception. There's one friend that I seem to be on the opposite end of the spectrum with, in for the most part, or maybe not for the most part, but in what seems an important way. And I am going back and forth with that one person right now, simply because, well, the main reason is I really do love this person, and I think that no matter where we land on stuff, I think that would be the same for him, for me. So I'm open to doing online back and forth because of that. If it was just some other random person or just somebody I didn't know very well, I wouldn't do that because I found it to be a complete waste of time. But with somebody that I truly care about like that, I'm willing to do it. But before I feed the frog, I would like to talk about one post that I did see today, which it's like, I deleted Facebook on my phone, then I put it back on. It's these phones, man. They're a thing. I often don't know how I feel about them. They're super convenient a lot of the time. Okay, this is a post from one of my sister's friends growing up, and I don't really have communication with him, but I thought that his post was really cool, and I thought it was good. And speaking of his post, this weekend in Kansas, I'll be at Kansas this weekend. We are having Reptile Church, as we do at all of the All American Reptile and Plant Expos as well as basically any show that I go to and I'm there on a Sunday, we're gonna circle up. So if you have questions, if you want to jump in and join us, you are more than welcome. And it would be really cool to see you there Sunday morning. I'm sure it'll be right towards the front of the show. I'll definitely make a post on Instagram so you can see exactly where it is we're going to be. But here, let me read this from my sister's friend. I've seen some posts that make claims similar to it's not left versus right anymore, it's good versus evil, or the true enemy is fill in the blank political group. While I think that's wrong, and see, the reason I'm reading this is I feel like this is where my heart's at too with this post. Like I would have been happy to write this post. While I think that's wrong, I'm not here to argue with anyone about who is or is not the enemy. I am here to remind you of how we should treat our enemies. And then he gives a few different verses, some from the Old Testament, some from the New Testament. Old Testament first, Exodus 23, 4-5. If you come across your enemy's ox or donkey wandering off, be sure to return it. If you see the donkey of someone who hates you fallen down under its load, do not leave it there. Be sure you help them with it. Do good even to those who hate you. Proverbs 25, 21-22. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Kindness toward enemies is honor to God. And when it says heap burning coals, I think it's like what I imagine that what I see in that is like you're not actually heaping burning coals on their head, but more they're probably expecting you to like triumph that they're down, or triumph that because since they're your enemy that they are losing, but and they expect that from you. And then when you don't do that and you give them water to drink and help them, then it makes them really think, and they're just like what? This doesn't make any sense. Why would you treat me like this? I don't understand. That's what I think. Okay, Matthew 5, 43-44. You have heard it said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. That's what Jesus raising the standard to love and prayer. Luke 6:27-28. But to you who are listening, I say, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. Romans 12:17-21. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. 1 Peter 3:9. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. So that's all great stuff. I figured I should share that with our current internet climate. That seems like stuff that needs to be heard and remembered. And I'm looking for my tongs. This frog, dude, Palmstreet, my buddy Tyler over there at Quality Bread Exotics, super cool frog. I've loved frogs since I was a kid. I used to catch frogs all the time growing up. I still catch frogs. And I would love to have more frogs. I know that's probably not the move right now, considering that I'm utilizing Palmstreet to have less snakes and probably less animals in general is a wise idea. Here's the other thing that's not a wise idea. Always the other thing. I got one hand for the camera and one hand for everything else. And it's never as easy as I think it's going to be. Okay, little froggy. So he's a camel frog, and when I first got him, he's very blue, and don't run away, but he's scared of the camera. He's like, "What is this? I know you can feed me, but what is this camera thing?" There you go, bud. I got the food for you. How about that? How about some food? Oh yeah. Did you hear that noise? Oh no, because I got the microphone on my chest. He makes some of the cutest little noises when I feed him. I don't know if he's a him or her yet, but you see how he's like this kind of like really dark brownish purple color. He doesn't always have that color on. He's like also turns this very light blue, but I more often see him in this darker purple brown shade. And Tyler said that might be something like depending on what they're feeding or like time of day or how they're going. But I have found, and maybe I'll do this right now, that sometimes if I hold him and let him hang out with me for a little bit, he starts to turn back to that blue color. So maybe I'll do that in just a second. Let me give him one more I was trying to look over there and grab a roach while pointing the camera over here. You want one more, bud? Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You hungry. I love how social of a eater he is. He just takes it right out the tongue. He's a real, he is super cool, dude. He's been awesome. Makai was the biggest fan of this frog for the first few months that we had him, but now he's graduated onto snakes. Makai is now taking the snake hook as of yesterday and opening up snake enclosures with my supervision as to which one he's getting, and he's moving mama aside and getting the baby snakes from mom on his own, whereas the idea of him holding a snake seemed like it was going to be a big no for the longest time. Do you want another one? He's another kind of big, and sometimes he needs to like finish swallowing. See how frogs use their eyes to swallow food. And sometimes I think he just, there you go. Oh, sorry, but I didn't let go of it. You had it, and I held onto it too tight. There you go. Yes. How awesome is that? Just a tiny froggus. So my thought is, should I take him out and hold him, and we'll see if he turns into a blue color, or should I go back over and do that important announcement I need to record on the microphone? Maybe we'll let him chill for a moment, let him finish swallowing those few roaches that I just gave him, and then we'll revisit holding him and seeing if he turns a color. How about that? I want to share with you guys. I shared these on our Palmstreet live last week, but they're super in shed right now. I mean, I'll show them anyway. Got some really beautiful babies out of this, and even mom's in shed right now. Some really beautiful babies out of this clutch with this pumpkin pied, and the father was a Coral Glow Champagne het pied. And we got some cool odds. We got a Champagne pied, who is super deep. They're all deep in shed right now. A Champagne pied. We got a nice Coral Glow pied, and a Coral Glow Champagne yellow. Oh, the Champagne is also yellow belly. Champagne yellow belly pied. Coral Glow possible yellow belly pied. And we'll wait till he sheds out. And this is I shouldn't be showing these right now because they really don't look anything like they're gonna look after they shed out. Hey, focus on this snake. This is yeah, just like, that's what I was shooting for. I think this is the funny thing about Champagne is like hard to tell if it's het pied or just pied because of like how low the ring. At this is, I would say that this is het pied, based on the super low amount of white. But there's a little, I don't know. We'll wait till they shed out. I'd say Champagne yellow belly, Coral Glow, het pied as of right now, which would be cool because I don't know. I just thought a Champagne Coral Glow yellow belly pied would be fantastic looking snake, and we're either there now or we're not. I'm not sure which one, but I'm gonna get this little microphone recording, and then I'm going to say my announcement because I figured nobody ever gets to see me do this, and maybe you won't get to see me do it right now because go check out the All American Reptile and Plant Expo Instagram page, and then you'll get to anyway. This is like behind the scenes. Where on earth is my thingy that I wrote? Goodness gracious, so many apps. Oh yeah, I need to start recording. I can control my microphone with that. I can control all these lights with my phone now. That's great. I mean, that's not new technology. It's probably not that exciting for anybody except for me. But I'm excited about it. Okay, I can control my microphone. Start recording. There we go. All right, it's recording. Look at it. It turns it like red instead of white to know you're recording. Now it's super cool to control that little tiny device right there. Okay. Important announcement. Let's see if we can do this in one take. I'm just gonna give myself one take. Come on now. Let's do it. Hopefully nobody's gonna start riding rollerblades upstairs. Get ready, Nashville. The All-American Reptile and Plant Expo is coming to town. Explore a world of incredible reptiles, rare plants, and unique supplies all under one roof. Whether you're a dedicated breeder, a plant enthusiast, or just curious, there's something here for everyone. Don't miss your chance to connect with top vendors, discover your dream animal or plant, and be part of this one-of-a-kind community. It's happening at the Nashville Grounds Expo Center, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 24th through the 26th. For tickets and more information, visit allamericanreptileplantexpo.com. The All-American Reptile Plant Expo, where your next adventure begins. Boom! One take. What you think about that? How you like me now? Here we go. You guys take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next video. Aloha.